Good morning, people. All right, so I'm going to trade live right now. This is pre-recorded, not pre-recorded, sorry. I'm pre-recording this and then launching this on the course tomorrow. Just going to add this video in. We're just going to go over the market and how I look at it. I haven't done any analysis yet. I'm kind of late on the charts right now. I went to go get an energy drink, but we'll dive right into it right now. So we're just going to go to the hourly chart right now and see what's going on. Let's actually start with the daily and see what's going on here. Okay, cool. So on the daily, we can see that where's my toolbox? There it is we traded to this OP here, right? And we have a nice reaction from here. We moved up and then we rebalanced yesterday. I didn't even trade yesterday. I was busy building this. And then we can see that we're kind of having this retracement on yesterday's, well, having an inside day pretty much. So I'm just looking at this. This is not yet confirmed bullish. I want to break this high to confirm bullishness. And then we can look for some short-term sells here as well. Okay, so let's go down to our H4 and just see what's going on. Okay, cool. So we have this little area, right? And I'm not really seeing too much here, so I'm going to drop down to the H1. And we do have this pullback. Now, this low is probably not going to be significant because it didn't create a higher high. So for me, I'm not going to be looking for buys there. I'll probably look for buys in here. Right? Cool. Now, you may get a small reaction here, which you can definitely take, that small, tiny reaction. But I'm just not going to do that. I'd rather take the safe play, and then I'm just going to reduce this up to here, right? Because I want the extremes in price when it comes to that area. Let's see what else we got going on here. Okay, seen too much. This was yesterday's low, so let's just mark that out. And, go back to the daily real quick and mark yesterday's high and low, just to be sure. So we've failed to take liquidity there and here. Okay. Let's go back to that 15-minute. Okay, so we're having a bit of an inside day. Now, like I said, this low, you can take a trade from here. You can take one from this low on a lower time frame for a reaction play, right? But don't try to hold this, right? And especially in these market conditions, we don't want to try to hold these type of trades. We want to be in and out of the market, collect our profits, and move long. Like for example, here, how you get this nice reaction, right? Because this did cause a high to be broken right here, right? And you do get a nice reaction. So let's go down to the 5-minute and see what's going on. Okay, so it came legitimately right there. I'm gonna go down to the 1-minute now and see what's going on there. Now, I would be taking some like type of extreme play from here just because it's such a small stop loss. I believe we have to check our stop losses to make sure that they're within our pip zone. Yep, so this is like a perfect area to take a trade from. Just a short reaction, right? We're not looking for anything big, just a couple pips. But don't try to hold that. There'll be times when you can't hold it based off the higher time frame. Okay, so let's just look in here, what's going on this morning. And let's look at some liquidity on the 15-minute, see if there's anywhere where we can identify some liquidity points. Okay, we have this imbalance down here as well, and down here. So might be some reactions here because that did in fact cause a high, right? It broke this structural point over here. Origination from here. We have this new range, right? So swing high swing low to swing high. Then we have this retracement. And then from this point, right? This is our new range from here to here, and then from this point on forward, right? Because this is our new swing point, it caused the origin move. So from here, from here would be actually an ideal trade that you could hold a bit longer. So we'll just mark that out, and then we'll go to a lower time frame and reduce that. That's 5 minute. I'm just going to take the body here, and then let's go down to 1 minute and see if we can even refine that a bit more. So I'm going to take it from the origin point, right? This was all traded through, so we don't actually need to bring it that low. We can do this. We can do something like that. And just wait for a reaction in this point and then play on the retracement, because this is too big of a stop loss. Based on a 1 minute, this is about 17 pips. We don't want to be taking 17 pips risk right now. Okay, so we're just going to see how this market develops. And remember, in this area, the market is just going to go up and down, take out both sides of the market pretty much. Today it looks a little choppy, but it's still early, so we can just hold our coats until then and just let the bigger traders, or whatever you want to call them, smart money traders, wholesale traders, whatever, fix whatever they're doing in here, right? Like, let them decide on a direction, handle whatever business they need to do in here, and then we can start looking for a trade. Right now, we're just outside that 20-minute zone, so the market should start progressively trading a little bit cleaner after this. So right now, we have this break structure here, right? The market broke this low with the body. So a sell from this area would have been valid, and you would have caught a couple pips already, and you would have been in and out of that trade. So right now, we're just going to wait. As you can see, at the yesterday's volume put in control, a lot of transactions happened here. Right now, this isn't going to be entirely accurate because we're not using an actual feed, right? We're just using TradingView. I'm not sure what feed they use, but it just gives us an idea of where some of the volume has transacted, and we kind of came away from it and then back towards the volume control. So either you're going to see some more expansion here, or right, it's pretty much what's going to happen, which is obvious. We need to target something, right? Either previous days high or previous days low. But we're just going to wait and see how price develops. Let's take our focus over to US 30. And again, we're just starting from the daily. We have this huge expansion move with this inefficiency here. Previous day's high was taken, right? It ran that into this imbalance. So let's see what happens on the 4-hour chart. Okay, so we basically ran that this morning, right? See if we can identify any zones there sticking out of this one. Okay. And we do have a body closure over this high into this gap here. This OB here. So we can look for some sort of accumulation inside this. It's not accumulation, but reaction inside here. This is our 1-hour chart. So let's go down to 30 minutes and see if we can find anything worth buying. This one here looks okay. And why this? Because the body of this candle hasn't been tested, right? So we can use that as a point of interest. There is a spot here. see how it reacts to this. Okay, so now we're in this zone right here, right? Let's go down to the 1 minute, find that, see where we possibly the reaction. Since we're inside the 5, we can now reduce our entry point to like right here. Right? And then we can also reduce this. Big. Like I said, you have to finesse it a bit. Like if you're comfortable with this big stop loss, then it's fine. But we'll see how it flattens on this chart. Because we had some fractal accumulation here. And here, there's really not too much other than like maybe go down here. That's this home. This body was tested, so yeah, this is probably not a good area. So I'm just going to eliminate that. Just because everything's traded through here, so I don't like that. This would probably be our best bet for a buy setup. Okay, so now we're in that zone. We'll see the reaction and then get in after this is being reacted. If it's reacted. Okay, so if it's reacted to, then we can try to validate our claim of saying this is our zone. You don't want to just get in right now, even though you can just take a reaction play. I call that a reaction play, meaning you're just taking that POI, but I'm unsure of this POI, so I'd rather wait for a reaction. Right? I'd rather wait for a break structure to the upside and then retrace it. See how this one plays out right here. Now, if it sells, right, if it sells, we also add, so right here is part of this perspective, right? So that's why we don't just take it like that on place that we're not sure of. Okay, so this caused a new low, right? We broke this, created a new low, so we can sell. So it's going on. Okay, so we can also sell up here. It's a little bit too much use on the and have like two, 1 or 2 bits of that. We missed the trade, we don't care. I like how this is setting up for a sell because we have this liquidity, right? So if we can keep respecting this trend line and pressing into this, in fact, we even had a sell from here, short-term reaction from here, right? So you can see how it came to the body, and then we had this small reaction here, which you would have already taken profits on this candle here, right? Which would have been about 10 pips on a 5 block, that's about 500 bucks. Okay. Now if it continues up, I would take the sell, right? Because we've already confirmed this area is constructed to the downside. We have this consolidation, right? It's a corrective consolidation to the upside, right? Now if this breaks and makes a new low, then we can sell. But it needs to break this level, or this level, not this level, because it's a single candle. We need to break this. These are 2 down candles, which is structure. So we can take this off. That is really big high. So this one is aiming for that previous day's low. Right? So it ran the high. And that happened in the pre-market. And then now we're going to these levels. So we didn't break this. However, we have in fact broken this. So the buy setup here will be valid. Right? So we tapped into it and we had that reaction right there. Okay? See how this was blank, right? We have a imbalance in here, which caused a break of structure right here because there's a candle body closure above that. This would be our reaction, and we would have 15 minutes. And we would be in and out of that trade, right? So we would have taken, we could have taken a sell from here, right? From here, because this caused a new low, a break of structure, from this point of interest here. We came up, tested that into here, have a reaction. Now we just wait, right? We wait for this body to close underneath here. If it doesn't, then we're just going to wait for the next setup, which would be another break of structure. I'm going to pause this recording and do a new one.